following podcast is being brought to you by the Defy Life Podcast Network.
This is Alana, your hub mixed from Magician.com. Shout out to Relationship Status Podcast for having me. 2020 visions, my love life, and other relationship topics for this episode.
Welcome back to Relationship Status. It's your girl, Nique Cruz.
CEO Butler.
And your boy, Yusuf in the building. And once again, remember that you can catch us on iTunes, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, DefyLifePods.com, Spotify, and anywhere you can catch your favorite podcast. The new year is upon us.
Yes.
It is almost here.
New year, new me.
New year, new you?
New year, new me.
Okay. So how was the week then, Nique?
It was great. Awesome.
Awesomeness. Clear off that Christmas rush and holiday and all that good
so
stuff.
Happy for it to be over.
So
Let's
happy
get back
it's
into
over.
the normal groove of life.
Well, you got New Year's and then back into the normal groove and see. How about you?
Yeah.
That thing there.
Yeah.
That was the hood hello.
Yeah. No. That's a African American greeting.
Oh.
It can be to answer a question, say hello, say goodbye, or be in agreement.
We learned something. He's turned into the T.I.
Yeah, he's turned into T.I.
Yes.
He done turned into the T.I. of the show.
All our greetings are all across the country.
Without the trip to the Ghana.
Yes. Yeah. He was. Yeah.
He was wilding.
No, I don't think T.I. was really wilding, but I'll let y'all have it.
I don't think he was wilding either.
Yeah, I don't think he was like crazy. It just sound crazy
Saying it out loud.
saying it out loud, but she was 16 at the time. She wasn't
Yeah.
18.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, and the way he said it, it wasn't that because he was on another show.
Yeah, Red Table Talk.
Yeah.
But I think it kind of hurt his daughter more.
Yeah, than anything else. Like
Yeah, but he
she shut
wasn't-
down her. Like she shut down her social media. Or something
Oh,
like
I didn't know that. I didn't
Yeah,
know that.
she did.
Okay.
It's
Yeah, and I wouldn't want it to
embarrassing.
affect his daughter. I think that's the biggest
I don't
part
think
of
that
it.
was his goal, though.
No. I think he was just really telling his truth.
You know how that go? Just real quick.
Well, T.I. didn't have that 2020 vision.
He didn't have that 2020 vision.
Yeah, he didn't have it. We coming into a new year.
All right,
Yeah.
Getting
headed on
prepared.
into it.
Yeah, we have a lovely guest with us today.
Hey, everybody.
How you doing? You got to hold on till we tell them your name.
Yeah,
And don't be shy. You gotta pop up.
Yes.
There's some wolves in here.
And it is Lana.
no.
No last name. We're not gonna go with last name. We're gonna keep the governments low.
We can do Alana Timmons.
Timmons.
Yes.
Okay, we have Alana Timmons with us today, and she's gonna help us find a little direction to our 2020 vision. Now, some people refer to her as a medium, not a tarot card reader.
I mean, call it what it is. I can be called that too. That's fine.
A clairvoyant.
Yeah, we can go with that one too.
We have words on deck for it. A medium.
Spiritual advisor.
Oh, spiritual advisor, a palm reader.
Right. Though I'm practicing palm reading and I do pretty good with it, but not quite yet.
Okay.
But I'm definitely am a medium.
You definitely are.
Yeah. I am a nurse. I'm a travel nurse.
Traveling nurse.
Okay. So you're healing people in all different types of ways.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing that?
I've been doing it about 2 years now. I got a couple of years experience because I had to find my niche, and then I did a year in a building, and then finally I got on the road, and it's been just doing that. I enjoy it. Let me see, because usually the next question is like, where you been at?
Where have you been?
Now, mind you, that was in my head. I was about to ask that very question.
So I'm gonna count my home state. I've been to Vermont, I've been to New Hampshire, I've been to Minnesota. So those are the 3 states I've been to. I do want to expand more into the West Coast. I was in the Midwest a lot. I've been in New England for 7 months this year.
Okay. So you're a Patriots fan?
No, but it's so many
Boston
of them.
Celtics? Boston Red Sox? Who?
Yeah. I do like the Celtics. I have I should have wore the shirt I bought from Walmart because one of my hobbies I do when I'm traveling, every Walmart has a jersey or a shirt of the local
team or whatever.
So I always buy one. Like when I left Minnesota, I was in the Midwest, so I went to St. Louis. So I ended up getting a Cardinals baseball jersey.
Okay.
So it's just it's an interesting lifestyle.
Yeah, I got a friend of mine who was a traveling nurse for about 15, 16 years. And 2 years in, she went out to California. She lived here. She went out to California, out west, and loved it so much. She moved her family there. She still was a traveling nurse, but she moved her family there. And then she went into a stayed. Now she's just a nurse there now. And she makes a lot of money.
Yes, it's
lucrative.
Tempting. Yeah, it's addicting. We call it addicting.
Addicting,
yes,
okay.
Because
even the guys call it.
I think I'd have a problem with that.
It's the money is addicting because you when I was. I'm gonna just give a roundabout figure. When I'm making double what I was making staff.
Oh, in the hospital.
More. I'm an LPN, so I work in a nursing home mostly. Some of us work in a hospital. I did it, and some people are like, "Why you should have waited till you became an RN because now you don't want to go back to school." I do want to go back to school, but I also want to live my life too, and I don't like people telling me how to make my money.
Okay.
And when I can take vacations and such, I'm one of those people. I'm an all around rebel.
Okay, good.
So.
A rebel would.
So let me see now. I also let me see. I am a healer.
Healer.
Yeah. So I'm a born healer. That's why I majored in nursing. Before I was a nurse, I was a cashier and stuff, and it wasn't fulfilling for me.
You didn't do a lot of healing cashiering, did you?
Yeah, it was just, they're like, is the bathroom open? It just wasn't, I didn't feel challenged enough. So I was like, I'm just going to go ahead and do something that I feel like could help people out.
Okay.
Good. That's dope.
Good. From cashier to healer.
Yeah, it was. And I've always been that way. It's always been in my nature.
So when did you discover you had healing powers?
It first started little. See, when you're a spiritual person, things start small.
Well,
so
you have to address me because these two heathens aren't spiritual.
Oh my God. I started off blessed and highly favored.
I don't know. I don't know.
I watched the Bible series.
Okay.
Hey, Sia, you're going too far now.
I'm gonna take it back because my intro has to do when I first started seeing visions. This does include new age things. Also, I do believe in God. I'm still a Christian. People are like, how can you do that when the Bible speaks against this? I'm like, to each his own. If you eat your ice cream with mayo, I'm not going to complain about it. If you eat it with strawberries, I'm not going to complain about it. To each his own.
Okay.
For me, I've been spiritual since I was 17. I noticed that that every time I seem to touch people, they seem to feel better.
Okay.
So that's how. Everybody was like, your hug's always different. I would pay attention to little small details and everything. And then at the age of 17, I was introduced to tarot card reading. And so, I'm 31 now, so I've been doing it for 14 years. I just try to, now I'm just enhancing my abilities and working on it and honing them and everything. But this is just 14 years of experience. It's crazy that I got this far because if you knew my past, then you wouldn't think I would even be here with y'all because as a kid I was bullied.
You was bullied?
Yeah, I was bullied as a kid.
Weren't you one of the taller girls?
No.
You weren't?
I was taller, but I was like 300 pounds.
300?
Oh, wow.
So I was big. But I was also a nerd too, because I always, mostly in the English honors classes. My weakest subject was math, but it got better as I got older and everything.
Okay.
But it just leaps and bounds of what I used to be. So I'm just happy to have that growth and everything, which is what spirituality is. So.
Okay.
So when did you start reading people or giving readings?
So when I was 17 and I first got the cars, I'm like, what do I do with these? First, I was petrified because, I live in South Carolina. We in South Carolina. So everybody's like, if you touch those, you're going to die. You just look at them hard, you're going to die.
Okay.
So,
and these are
the tarot cards.
Tarot cards.
Yes.
Okay.
So when I first got them, they were just on the internet, and then I was given my first real deck. I have no clue where the deck is at. I know it's in my parents' house somewhere.
Okay.
So I was given my first real deck, and I was given my first real crystal.
Now, who gave it to you? Somebody just noticed you and said, "Here's a deck of cards."
I'm trying to remember how that deck came about. Oh, it was a random person. They just said that
random person gave you a book of cards.
Yeah, pretty much. Like this. If
you was about to get kidnapped. You didn't see that vision?
No, it wasn't that. If you're a spiritual person, you know how they say like attracts like. You tend to bump into most spiritual people. You draw those people into you because of just like the law of attraction. You kind of draw in what you put out. So I was subconsciously putting out that I was a spiritual person, and I've been gifted. I think I've been gifted 2 cards, one from my cousin and one, may he rest in peace, to my gay best friend.
Okay.
And so, but I, when I started reading them, the whole thing about it was I just kind of plunged into it terrified, and I did it in secret because of my parents.
Okay.
And then, then I began to realize my interpretations were being right as I worked and learned the language of the cards. Then the energy kind of attached to me. Like the cards themselves have energy. I mean, like you put your energy on the cards, and they just y'all kind of figure out what the meaning is going to be for you. So
okay.
Each card comes with its own. Each card comes with its own. And if you get it new out the store, each card comes with its own directions and stuff, and what each card mean on its face. You call it on its face.
On its face,
like like if I see like an Ace of Wands or whatever, I know that means fire.
Can I stop you right there? How many cards come in a deck?
So it depends. I want to say this is a 78 card deck right here.
So it's different size decks?
It depends on, like, you see these right here. These are angel cards. These are chakra cards. These are moon cards.
Oh, so there's different
types.
Tarot cards.
Yeah, different types.
So how many types of tarot cards are there?
Oh, it's just endless.
It's
endless. You get whatever deck you're drawn to, that's the one you probably need to buy.
Okay.
I don't buy every deck because I don't connect with every deck. There could be decks that I like the pictures and the artwork. I'll never read with them though.
Never. So which one has the big joker?
Well, why are you joking? You can't. That's called cartomancy. Cartomancy.
So I got that.
So cartomancy uses regular playing cards. It's one of the most accurate readings I've ever done.
Regular playing cards.
Regular playing cards. You'll notice if you look it up, a lot of people who I feel like are of the Asian persuasion, they are more likely to do those. They said also gypsies do those.
You said Caucasian persuasion or Asian
persuasion?
Asian persuasion. Okay.
And they said gypsies also use those too. But I love using the playing cards. The reason why I don't use them with these, I prefer these is because of the picture of these. With those, I love the timing. Like I can predict the timing. They're just very, very accurate. They're blunt. That's why, like, those cards, the playing cards are very, very blunt. These cards give me some leeway to actually give guidance and advice. So they're more of a softer energy. So that's why I use the tarot instead of the regular playing cards. But for myself, I use it all day, every day.
Every day.
I would use it, but I usually use these. So off the table, the angel cards and the tarot cards are like my 2 favorite ones to use so far.
Okay. So in regards to, let's say couples. So have you sat down and done a reading with a couple?
No, know, and I really want that experience because, like a lot of people come to me singular asking about love.
Okay.
And it's interesting because that's where a lot of readers make their money off of. Like my man.
So you charge for that? Like,
stuff. Yeah, my readings are like I use. And this is fun. This is a funny story too.
Okay, tell us. Please share.
Please.
So when I was practicing, I used to carry my cards everywhere. You know, to practice on different people. And so what I would do was I would have my crystals, much like the ones I got at the beginning of the show, and I would have them to actually charge my cards up. And y'all, I'm sure you're like, how you charge your cards up or whatever? You can.
Next question.
Sounds like an Apple product.
Yeah, right. You can. Like I like to put mine in my car, but when the full moon comes, yes, you have to wait for the full moon to come. It depends what energy you want, though. But we choose full moons because it's so energetic.
It sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It is. People they feel like you just pull cards and read, but it's a lot of maintenance, like anything else you would do. You know what I'm saying? And so people were like, you know, after people would come back to me and they would be like, why you not charging and everything? And I was like, you know, because God gave me the visions for free, you know. That's how I was thinking. And then I noticed that I was getting drained, like energetically. I would be so drained. Okay. And I was like, yo, I got to charge for this because the time that I'm spending to charge myself up, my self-maintenance, it just wasn't balancing out. And I said, okay, so let me go ahead. My website, which is Majicia.com, Majicia.com. I designed that from the ground up. So I'm a jack of all trades, a master of some.
Okay.
I learned how to code on the computer I started using a computer at the age of 4. I started learning how to code by the age of 12.
You were coding. What were you coding?
Websites. And then I learned how to use Adobe Photoshop and Illustrator fully by the age of 17. So I'm learning, like all of this just kind of came together. So I off of when we like to say that our spirit guides, our ancestors told us to do it, but they was like, go ahead and open up your website and everything. Really? And so about a year, and I'm gonna say 2 years. It's been open for 2 years now. Here we are.
Okay. So here we are. Where are we gonna start? Can we?
Well, let's start with she came. She referenced. She came bearing Christmas gifts.
Yeah.
Gifts. Well, I don't say Christmas gifts, but she came bearing gifts for the crew.
So thank you for the gifts.
Yeah, thank you for the gifts. And if you can, explain, go in depth into what we have received, each one of us has received here today.
Okay, so we're going to, because Nique is near me, Nique, I'm going to use your box, okay? So we're going to start with the clear quartz. So everybody grab the clearest quartz out of their box.
Clearest quartz.
Yes. So the clear quartz itself is the only stone that can take energy from anything and transform it. You know, like how you look at a stone, a crystal, you know, you look in a prism and you see all those colors. So all of those are energies right there. And so this is the only crystal that can amp up every crystal around it. So it's like a transformer. Think about electricity. You see what I'm saying? So it amps it up. So also crystal maintenance. Let me go on back. So you should clear your crystals, which a lot of times what a lot of people do is that they cleanse them. You can use the sage for that. You can use music. For instance, I like to use binaural beats for mine.
What's that?
Binaural beats.
Okay. So I like Swiss Beats cousin.
It's a lot like meditation music, but also people use it for everything. Like some people use it to get figures and whatever, but you can use it for aura cleansing of your house. And some people suggest chimes. So you can use my sage, or if you're feeling a lot of people are not now. A lot of spiritualists are not suggesting sage or Palo Santo because now the plants are going extinct and they're dying. Especially now that everybody seems to want to be in a new age, and so there's other ways you can cleanse your crystals. But I went ahead and did sage because that's my old go-to. Let me see now. Also, I have a card for everybody to follow. Okay. Everybody got their clear quartz card in their hand?
I don't have mine in my hands, but I do have my card there.
Okay. So it's the power crystal, and it amplifies all crystals. It's the only one to do that. it can also app out your personal energy. For instance, if I want a good kick or something, if I want to do a reading, I want a good kick, I'll have my charged up clear crystal right here on the table with me, like I have now. It's also good for protection. It transfers energy, and it does balancing and healing. Okay. So it's definitely a crystal I would use during like a Reiki healing session. It's very, very it's just something that I've always include in my crystals. It's just one of those things that it's just like if you go and we had Sunday dinner down here down south, you're gonna expect some cornbread on the side.
You do?
You know what I'm saying?
Is that what that is?
Yeah, that's gonna be the main thing that you need at all times.
So that's the cornbread of the spirit world.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So okay. Sage and Florida water. So everybody got their Florida water bottle, and okay, so we're gonna start with the sage. So the sage, the way I burn it, I burn these ends right here. Sometimes I burn both ends, but I burn this end. And of course, you want to get a billowing smoke because the smoke is the cleaning part. It's antibacterial. It wars off negative energy, and it also includes protection. So I
need to just burn that and walk to work with me.
Just pretty much
burning in my pocket.
Have you ever
just have it just burning in my pocket?
Oh Lord, they do have sage perfume though. But you know what?
Do they? I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
They you can also infuse this if you have a water bottle. A spray water bottle, you can actually like take some of the leaves and like kind of let them soak in the water and just spray.
And spray?
Yeah.
And it wards off the negative energy?
Yeah.
So I could just walk around my job just spraying people.
So a lot somebody of people come around with the negative energy. Air freshener.
So I know nobody can see, but I'm just demonstrating with y'all like how I do my cards, and then the embers or the ash.
You cleanse your cards with sage?
Yes, and then like the ashes, you just take them and smudge them real quick and bless them.
Oh Lord.
So that is the sage. The Florida water. This is my favorite thing.
Not the water.
The Florida water. This is my favorite thing.
She is from South Carolina.
Okay.
Yes.
Apparently.
Shout out to my cousin for putting me onto this when I first became a spiritualist. So Florida water is one of the most powerful cleansing things you can have. And it has cleansing herbs. And so I've seen this in CVS. So you can get Florida water out of CVS if you need it. I like the smell. The smell is kind of spicy, but I like it because it's like holy water. So if you look up the ingredients of the Florida water, you will see it has all these blessing and warding off bad spirit ingredients. So they're infused together in this nice little cologne bottle.
Oh, wow.
So
that's very unisex.
Right. So anybody can wear this. And also, yes, you can wear it. You can also bless your house. One thing about blessing your house, though, I can suggest, if you bless it, make sure you sweep out the door. So you're gonna sweep the energy away out the house, out the door.
So how do you bless it? You just like
sprinkle.
Just spray bottle.
Sprinkle.
I can put some in the spray bottle.
You can do that too.
Spray it down first and then sweep out the door.
Yeah, just sweep.
Can't you just put the people out?
If you have negative people in your house, yes. This reminds me of that meme. They're like, they was talking about how people who burn sage, like they don't want to go to their house, and they're like, "Oh, that means the sage working."
Okay.
So yeah, it's just helped to ward off all negative energy. So that's the Florida water.
Florida water.
Yeah, okay. I've heard somebody put this in their water they mop with.
And it does really. They call it a floor wash. It's blessing your house with a floor wash. That's also very, very strong. Yes, it helps with the vibes in that house. Yes.
Does that help with like haters too, or
like anybody?
That's negative. Okay.
Yeah, anybody. And
you need to burn some sage in here.
So
I'm about to spray you with some Florida water.
They be hating on me.
So everybody has a shell in their box. Everybody get their shell real quick.
Okay.
So this is the abalone shell, and the abalone shell is a mollusk, and the mollusk will hold a mother of pearl. Excuse me, I'm sorry. And also, it has peace, compassion, and love. So, like, it brings peace to its surroundings and things. I use it to hold like certain crystals, or if I want to burn something like some sage or whatever, I might use it to hold that. So I use the abalone shell for different uses.
Okay.
On my little altar table. When I have it, it does make a difference. It's a whole peaceful vibe, you know. It removes blockages, and when they say blockages, they mean things like, it could be anything, but I think it's mostly like if you have blockage of energy. And when we cover chakras, we'll talk about that.
Okay.
Also, it has luck and business. So this is the surprise part for y'all. Every crystal that I brought in here has something to do with business, because that's what I felt like y'all needed.
Okay, we do.
So I
need to get to the business.
Yeah. So it's very a very business oriented box.
Okay.
So we're gonna go on to the Jasper. So everybody has 4 Jasper crystals in their box.
Okay.
Let's see. You have a red you have the red. You got my favorite box, Nique, because this is the one that had these beautiful formations in the crystal. Oh. So these are the red Jaspers, these 2 right here. Mm-hmm. And these are more like I would say more like a brownish beige Jasper. Mm-hmm. So if you see a crystal is smooth, I'm gonna just hold it up for everybody to see if it's smooth. It means it's tumbled. Those are tumbled crystals. Mm-hmm. These are rough. They call these right here rough crystals. So Jasper is a huge business stone.
Okay.
They have all types of Jasper. I have my own Jasper. I love Jasper. It reduces worrying. It's for business expansion. It's for healing, stability, rejuvenate, and the red. So this is for like, I don't know why I kept trying to infuse some sexual passion up in here today. Okay. So this helps to infuse. So this infuses, this is also rejuvenates your will to want to live life, but it also has like this sexual desires. Like it has that sexual that passion, you know. So this is something like, if I ever had a couple, like, we just can't spice it up, I would probably give them something like some rose quartz and red jasper in their box. So you know,
so
you custom?
No,
Nique's shaking them up and about to put them in our pocket.
So you customize you can customize a box for a couple.
Yeah, and
Okay.
that's the whole plan is. I want to customize boxes for for the need that I feel people need.
Okay, so my question is, like, how do you utilize the
crystals?
The crystals, like, I mean, because, like, do you place them somewhere? Do you say,
yeah,
you give her one, she put it in her pocket, I get one, put it in my pocket?
So there's many ways you can do it. You have jewelry. Some people will have jewelry. Also, those crystals, like, you'll see a lot of people, like myself, we might have it like around our bra area.
Yeah,
we might have it like
a stone in your bra.
Yeah, because it's
I've had a stone in my bra.
You
had stones in your bra.
I've had one.
Man, you can't pick pavement rocks up and put it in your bra. That's not.
Hold on now.
Okay.
But
so
I'm trying to ride with y'all, but y'all making it hard. Y'all making it really hard. Like,
okay.
Okay.
what if a man was coming on to you and then he's like touching you? Had a like. That's,
hold on, sir. Hold on. Most
weird.
men would know when you're into that anyway.
Yeah.
But if I go to like grab you and I feel a rock in your bra,
but most women have.
out.
Most women have the intuition to take it out before you get that far.
But what if you just got so worked up when you saw me?
Nobody getting that worked out, because one thing about it, you'll always be conscious of that energy, so you don't want him messing up your energy on your crystals.
Well, some people forget they're married, so you can get a rock.
So you have the crystal. So you should have the crystal on your person, depending on what
it depends. Now, hold up. Now you got that. I can use that as an example.
Okay.
But everybody, please grab out these right here. I love these things.
Those are magnets or rocks.
This is hematite.
Ooh.
So it's not a magnet.
It is.
I thought it was a magnet. I didn't know.
It's both.
It's both. Okay.
Okay. So, for instance, the crystals can be used either way. They can use on your person. They can be used. You can keep it in your car to have the energy flowing. But also, those are grounding stones. So, grounding. So let me see what I wrote for y'all. Hematite. So the hematite is a grounding crystal. It dispels negative energy. It works with the root chakra. So if everybody will come with me to the root chakra.
Okay, so we're gonna get into that chakra talk.
Yeah, so we're gonna
That's what I've been waiting on, the chakra.
So the root is a very is at the top, I think.
At the bottom.
At the bottom.
Oh, of this
No,
one.
I'm talking about this right here. I'm looking at the beige paper, y'all. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So you see it says if it's blocked, you feel for you're anxious, you're unsure, financial instability, and ungrounded. So when we say you need to ground yourself, we're saying you need to chill out. Like
You need to chill out.
You need to chill out. So that grounding crystal is great for kids. Like I've known spiritualists, they had like these unruly children. And they'll take like a good nice hematite stone and they put that thing under the mattress. Man, them kids wake up, they act right.
Do they?
Yes, they sure do.
Oh wow.
So like for a woman, I'm gonna wait for that crystal to come later. But
These the broad crystals, right?
These the broad crystals.
like that hematite also is known for like to help with blood flow. It's hematite. So if it's magnetic, not all hematite is magnetic, but if it's magnetic, it can definitely help with blood circulation too. So this it's a very strong stone. I have one about this big. It's almost like a palm worry stone. I have come to bed worry. I put it in between my mattress. I wake up. I'm the most rested ever. Best sleep ever.
Really?
So it's
Now you can't take this stuff on an airplane, can you?
I mean, yeah, I've never seen somebody just frisk me because I had crystals on me.
I would.
So,
Like some Bin Laden.
One of these was a business crystal. So how do you utilize that?
so a lot of businesses, if they believe in it, and I have another favorite crystal, but that one's kind of expensive. So I was like, no. It's citrine. But I chose jasper for y'all because it's a very strong and grounding crystal. Okay. But also, so some people, if they have, you will put it where your money is. And matter of
Put it
fact,
in my pocketbook.
do you mind? I have an example. Do you mind giving me my wallet out that purse real quick?
I won't give you your wallet out your purse, but I will give you your purse. I will do that.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And you will put it in a place that has money flow. See, money is energy, so you don't want to block that energy. So it helps. The crystal helps to amplify. So, for instance, I carry this one in my wallet at all times.
That's a wallet?
Yeah, this is my wallet. Remember, I'm a traveler, guys.
That's a bag inside a bag.
With another bag.
With another bag.
And
Okay.
And what are you calling that?
So that's the that's the business one?
Yes, this is called goldstone. So goldstone, it has those bits of sparklies in it. It's like copper, and goldstone comes in either like the color just kind of near that jasper, or this blue beautiful color. And so I found this in New Hampshire. They had a crystal shop. It was a beautiful crystal shop, and the goldstone just called out to me, and I was wondering why.
What did it say?
It was just like
That's a real question. Like, did it call your name? Or?
No. What happened was you just kind of get drawn to it. You know, it's like a magnetic feel to it. And
okay. So you don't let other people touch your stones?
Not usually. Sometimes, if they want to see it, I let them hold it, and I'll cleanse it later on that day.
Oh, you go back to the sage.
Yeah. So I would have to clean all my stones.
Well, let me ask you a question. Why wouldn't you just use money house blessings?
You can do that too.
Okay.
See,
they don't know about money house blessings.
Yeah, you can do that.
We spiritual.
Yeah, so
I'll get me a can from the Dollar Tree and spray it on.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. So
that's a real thing too. Money house blessings. Okay. See,
we don't just. One thing I like about being like in the spiritual community, we don't turn down possibilities to make any money.
Oh,
okay? You're not gonna sit there and be like, I'm not gonna use that. The only time we don't use that if we feel like it's not gelling with our energy, with the vibe. So
the vibe.
Yeah,
we're very familiar with the show with the vibe.
Yeah. Hey, the vibe.
Okay.
So this very rare you'll see a spiritualist like, I would not to use. No, if it has a positive energy for it, especially people like me, because I'm a light worker, you will have kind of like people who do darker energy. They call it shadow work. If I ever get invited back, we'll talk about that later because that's a whole nother topic. Yeah. But
that sounds like some Dateline NBC stuff. Shadow work.
But we anything to help draw in abundance and positivity, spiritualists are all for it. We want everybody to be abundant and positive.
So y'all have scammers in the psychic world also?
Of course. You can everywhere.
Is it those ones that have the thing advertised at the house?
You talking about? No, a lot of people who go into business. I will say this: a lot of people who go into business and advertise it, they're pretty legit.
They're pretty legit.
But the people, but I will say this: there are some scammers, especially on the internet. You just have to be careful. The way I used to do it was measuring with my gut feeling.
Your gut, okay. I go with my gut too.
Yeah, like if you,
I do a lot of stuff based on my gut.
So
like.
if you actually go with how you feel like this person lying to you, not 9 or 10 times out of 10 they are. You just move on. But there are scammers out there. It's just like I hate to say it. It's there's scammers, like, even in my field of work. Like, there's nurses that's claiming that they're giving out medicine or they're doing this and doing that. They're not doing it.
And their boyfriend going to sell it for them.
So it's wrongdoing in every field that you go in.
So somebody got them perk 30s.
Going for $1.50.
So I mean, I hate to say it. It's a dirty secret. A lot of us would admit that, but it is like
some people are lying.
Yeah.
Okay, now. Who would be the Miss Cleo of the psychic world? And I put Cleo as like the Michael Jordan of sorts.
There hasn't really been any more, to me, real famous psychics.
Was Cleo real, or you too young to remember Cleo?
I remember Cleo.
We all remember Cleo.
A lot of people, actually, psychics look at her different. A lot of psychics feel like Cleo was real. And
I think Cleo was real.
Yeah.
She says that she wasn't.
Yeah. Who?
Cleo.
That's how you know she's real. Because you don't claim it.
Because,
no false claiming.
But they claim that they feel like Cleo was forced to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could tell. She was a good person.
They claim that Cleo, this is what the psychics, was in my circle.
In the psychic world.
Yeah,
okay.
They're saying that.
It was an inside tip.
They were saying that Cleo was forced to admit that she wasn't real. But they really feel like a lot of people.
She was real.
Like, a lot of
You feel like she was real?
I think, she could have been like.
What's your gut saying?
I was like, I was so little. I remember seeing her, and I remember to call me now. I remember that part.
I tried.
But like, my opinion is like I would have to rewatch her and see if she was, Okay. But a lot of the psychic world say they feel like she was real and she was forced to say that she wasn't.
Okay.
So, and it's true. It's just like, believe it or not, a lot of business people use psychics.
Do they?
Yes, they sure do. Because business is competitive. So if you can find anything to give you an edge on your competitor, and it's useful, of course they're going to use us.
Now, psychics and roots aren't the same thing, huh?
What you mean?
Roots.
You're talking about like voodoo?
I don't know if it's voodoo, but it's the root. I don't know.
Of the roots, yeah.
Black magic.
It's
different.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing, just different areas of stuff. Some people like the lighter magic. Some people like the darker magic. Just depends.
So you have magic.
I mean, if you're doing any of this, you're a magical person.
Oh wow!
So
you sell?
Yes.
You quite magical?
I'm always magical.
Okay. You got the magic.
If you're interested in any of this, you're a magical person because something called in your soul to actually go ahead and deal with it.
So where do we start on this 2020 vision guess? Going into 2020, that's called a double entendre.
Right. So,
look at it.
Yeah, don't ask me how.
He's laying on the knowledge on us.
No, I need to know how.
Yes, you need to know how?
Yeah.
2020 is the year. 2020 also reversed the vision and what we're trying to see.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
If you listen to more Jay-Z, you would be knowledgeable about a triple entendre.
Oh, okay.
But I just always just a light double.
He done went from T.I. to Jay-Z.
Yeah, all in the same day.
I like the way the conversation is going. Definitely.
Okay. So, Guide us. Tell
Okay.
us where we need to start on our quest for 2020.
So right now, I'm going to start with readings, and what I'm going to do is do it by sign. So my water people, which is Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio.
Now, what months are those? For those who are uneducated and undefined like myself, I don't really know.
Okay, so I will say this. My weakest part of astrology is memorizing everybody's birth month because it all runs together. Mm-hmm. But Pisces is kind of like a March-ish, like February, Marches. Mm-hmm. Scorpio is more like I'm going to say more like an October-ish type of deal. Okay. November. Cancer is more like a July-ish type of deal. Let me see. And then I have my earth signs, which would be Virgo. Hi, Virgos. Fellow Virgos. Okay. Virgos, Capricorn, and Taurus. We also have our air signs, which is Libre, Gemini, and Aquarius. And then we have our fire signs, which is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius.
Okay. And we'll also have this in our show notes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you can go back and follow and find exactly what sign you are.
Right. So the way I'm going to do it by the element. So you hear me mention like these elements, which is water, fire, air, and earth. Mm-hmm. And everybody's represented by that. Our earth people. So our earth people, which I feel like can tend to be kind of more hedonistic, and the reason why is because
nasty.
No, we're not nasty. We just we enjoy we enjoy material things, and you'll see like a lot of earth people. We tend to like money. Okay. Everybody likes money, but we like the feel of money. We like coinage. We like physical material things that we can enjoy. We tend to love food. We tend to love, the houses and stuff. So we're very.
I didn't say you. I said I said I could agree with it.
Okay, but you're looking at me saying it.
I was looking at her. I wasn't looking at you.
Go ahead.
Okay, wow.
And he's probably looking at me, y'all, because I have like a whole bag of ching sitting up on the table. Shout out to Brown Hilda for sending that to me.
Okay.
No, I'm just.
I have a lot of snacks.
Ching, not to be confused with bling bling.
Not to be confused.
Yeah, not to be confused with that. This is ching.
So, which is a Cameroonian treat. I appreciate that. Also, so we have our water signs, which is our Cancers, our Pisces, and our Scorpios. Yes. And the water signs, they tend to love. I've never met a water sign who didn't want to be booed up. They always got somebody. I would say the sign that always got somebody is a Scorpio.
Okay.
But the sign that when they have somebody, they stay forever would be the Cancer.
Hey.
I feel like also, but I also say that Pisces, they tend to it takes them a while to settle down. And that's because Pisces, they're a rebel. You're not going to tell Pisces what to do.
You're not.
So I really, but I love Pisces people, and I'm going to explain why later. But I love Pisces people. Mm-hmm. They're just very sweet people. The Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. These are our fire signs. These people are ambitious. These people, they go for what they want. So Aries, because it's the beginning of the wheel, a lot of people call those crybabies.
Aries.
They call them brats. I won't say crybears. They like to say the Pisces for the crybabies, but they can be brattish. But at the same time, the Aries, when they see something, they gotta have it now. It's instant. They have to have it now. And so that's just but I expect that because they're the beginning. They're the baby of the zodiac. Like they're the beginning. They haven't experienced the wheel yet. So
they'll probably steal from you. Is that what
No. I would expect that.
I'm just asking.
I would expect that. I wouldn't expect the Aries to steal.
Okay.
Really none of the fire signs.
Okay.
I would wonder between the earth signs and the waters for that.
Okay.
On the bad part. And what am I missing? The air signs? Excuse me. That would be Gemini, Aquarius, and Libre. Correct. So these are our thinkers of the zodiac. These people are my favorite, and that's because my mama and my sister are Geminis, and my daddy is an Aquarius. So I'm an earth sign full of people who are random. Mm-hmm. So these people are clever, and there is method to their chaos. So, for instance, like my sister and mom are very clever, and I always felt like it's not like I'm not smart. It's just that I always felt slow behind them because they always thought of things in a smart way that I couldn't think of. I did things the hard way. They did things the clever way. Mm-hmm. So it was always, you always feel stupid to me around a Gemini. Like you always feel kind of like off with them because Geminis, one thing about them, they have, they tend to be, very, they're very, they have a variety way of thinking, and I like it. So these are the this is how I'm gonna do about the elements. Okay. So now for visions of 2020, the listener's gonna hear shuffling of the cards because I'm gonna do it as a taroscope. Okay. A taroscope. A taroscope. A taroscope.
Not to be confused with Terror Squad.
Right. So we're gonna So you're gonna hear a period of silence, and you're gonna hear me shuffling the cards. And you're going to hear me focus. So I'm focusing on romances and finances by element. So if the listener wouldn't mind being a little bit patient with me, so I can connect to the collective, I would be gracious with that reader. So I'm going to start with what I hear. I hear air signs. So let's focus on romance for the air signs, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. Okay, so I'm gonna do a 3-card pull. I could be heavy. I could be heavy-handed and stuff. Oh, let me pull a clarifier for y'all. So, like
you don't say.
Oh wow. Okay, so for love,
this is the air signs, right?
It's the air signs. My Libras, my Geminis, and my Aquarians. Mm-hmm. So apparently they ain't taking no mess in the new year for love. They're gonna get what they want, but they want to make sure whoever that y'all deal with, they have to meet y'all standards next year. Y'all not taking no for it. Yep. Because of the fact y'all can take it or leave it.
Oh, wow.
So if you don't get what you want, you're just going to move on. And then you're going to go to greener pastures. So whoever y'all are with, y'all are definitely going to either put up or shut up because you feel like you can find somebody better anyway. So my Gemini, Libra, Aquarian people, my air signs ain't taking it anymore. So if you're in an unsatisfied relationship, y'all definitely gonna be like either it's this or it's that next year. Okay. So
that's the air game.
Giving ultimatums out.
Right. Oh. Pretty much. They're not playing no games because they feel like, yeah, they already know that I can get whatever I want. So like Libra, and I love my air signs, they're so confident. They're gonna be like, oh my god, like if you want to be confident, talk to any air sign. They'd be like, shoot, you gotta take that stuff. It's too many people, too many fish in the sea for that. So my air signs, for your love for 2020, y'all not taking no mess.
Okay, so love is in the air for the airs.
Yeah. So let me see if I can see what I see for y'all's finances real quick. Yep. Okay, my air signs are not playing. So apparently, I don't know why that my air signs are in the mood, but my air signs, the focus for y'all will be honing y'all's career abilities and saving money. And the reason why I say is because I feel like when it comes to y'all have some hidden plans that don't nobody know about. And one thing I do know about an air sign, they are some of the best signs of moving in silence.
They are.
And I love that about my air signs. They move in silence and they move smart.
So do we have any air signs in here?
Do I have any Libra, Geminis, and Aquarians in here?
No, none. Okay, none in the house.
So, so for finances, y'all will be saving money because y'all got a project y'all about to work on and pursue soon. Yep. And y'all gonna do it too. Okay. Y'all gonna do it well.
In 2020.
So okay, my little air signs, this is 2020 is your year. So Gemini, Aquarius, go ahead. Y'all, whatever y'all been planning for in 2019, it will become fruitful come 2020, okay? So the next ones I'm hearing is fire. So I'm gonna do fire next. So that's gonna be my Aries, Sagittarius, and Leos. Okay. If the listener would please,
well, I am a Leo. So are you talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Okay, I know a couple of Leos.
Okay, and that's fine. I'm a cuspy myself. I'm a Leo Virgo.
Are you?
Yes.
How you both? You bilingual?
No.
How are you both? Like,
well, a lot of it is because I was born on the cusp of the next sign. So I was born August 26th, and Leo ends the 23rd of August.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so I was born August 26th, and so I have Leo traits, and I have Virgo traits, and you can tell my Leo traits today. I have leopard shoes on today and leopard pants.
You do,
and I also have on this black shirt with gold on it. I'm probably the loudest person in the whole room right now.
Okay.
So I have my Leo traits and I have my Virgo traits. So, and my Virgo traits, it just tends to be like, I like to come prepared, and the host can co-sign that. I can't hear pretty much prepared.
Definitely.
So I have that's just a small example of sitting on the cusp and being two signs.
Okay.
And I will give you your love for next year. Okay.
Let's see how this works out. Let me write these things down.
All right.
I want to know what CL got going on for 2020.
For love.
Love. Let's see what we have for love.
All right, now let me see. Ooh.
Okay.
You heard that? See?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay. So, Leos, and I don't know why I say Leos first. It must be meant for y'all. Mm-hmm. And then, but overall for my fire signs, get out the BS. Okay, My fire sign people, please, just leave it alone.
Why are you pulling so many cards?
Because I'm trying to figure out why. So,
okay.
I'm getting that there's a lot of my fire signs that are in love, and they don't.
In love. Okay.
But the thing about it is, it's not a healthy love, and they're telling me that you guys are trying to stick it out, but it looks you're not getting what you want.
No.
And so my cards are saying, like, if you're in this futile situation and you're a fire sign, let it go, because it's going to hinder your 2020. Yeah, it's not going to work out, y'all. So I keep pulling because I want a positive card, but it ain't came out yet.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, I just want my fire signs. If it's not working out for you, let it go, baby.
Let it go.
Let it go. Because you're hurting yourself in the end. And 2020 is one of our most prosperous years. It's a very good year for money. It's a very good year for love. It's a very good year for everything. So, I just want my people to just live a positive life. Like, some of y'all really like somebody, but you would let that person go because you can see the potential in them. But potential isn't something that's there. You got potential, and then you have something that's there. So please, fire signs, if you in this situation, let it go. Because y'all too. Don't waste your fire on somebody. All that good fiery passion that my fire signs have, please use that to somebody who's going to utilize that and appreciate you. Okay.
Okay.
Find that appreciation.
Yeah, like my fire signs, and I love them because fire signs. One thing, let me tell you about a fire sign. Okay. When they love
Speak
you,
on it.
When a fire sign love you, that's the best passionate love you ever had in your life. Okay,
good love, man.
That is some good.
Put it down.
Yeah, they some. I love me a good passionate fire sign.
Okay.
So, So fire signs.
And which signs is those?
Those are the Leos, the Sagittarius, and the Aries.
That's
what you not.
The Leos, the Sagittarius.
No, not.
I'm seeing what I got to go find.
Your sign could never. Never.
The Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo.
Yeah.
The Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo.
Yeah. And so let me do the finances for y'all. let me see what the finances looking like for my fire sign.
For fire signs?
Yeah, let me
That's
see.
big money right here.
Yeah.
Big money conversation.
Oh, the first one ain't come out too good. The love ain't come out too good for some of them.
So finances must be
Some of them fire signs is
jumping.
messing up out here. They're being lied to.
It's not that. With a fire sign love, you can't tell a fire sign they ain't love. That's it. They about, I say with love, the most passionate will be a fire sign and a water sign. So they're very, very
Which one is
passionate.
the water?
So those two are
Pisces,
the most
Cancer,
compatible.
and, Scorpio.
Fire and water are the two.
For me, I would say.
But wouldn't water douse out the fire?
That's
It
steam,
depends.
you said.
No, that's not.
That makes
That's
steam,
steam.
man.
That's what you would see. But you know what? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you how to spiritually see
Tell
that.
him.
All right, that you'll let out that steam, but it's steam. You know what happens when it's steamy?
No, what happened when the steam?
That's that sexual passion we're talking
Okay.
about.
That's
Okay.
chocolate milk.
Okay. That's that sexual passion we're talking about.
That chocolate milk.
Okay, so let me pull up the finances. If the listener, please be patient with me, okay? So this start off a little bit better. Oh, fire signs. Okay, babies. Okay, y'all. I don't know what's going on with y'all.
It started off good, but it don't sound good.
Okay, so apparently my fire signs for next year, apparently some of y'all are stable. Most of y'all are stable, is what it's telling me. So a lot of y'all have been stable this year, but it's telling me like an unexpected expense might pop up for y'all. It's also saying that you mad, like dang, what you mean that this had to happen? But then you got savings, so it saves you, but you mad. And you mad because you had other plans for your money.
Is she pregnant now? Damn, dog. We almost had it. Now we got a baby.
So my fire sign people, just be careful. It's a good thing that most of y'all have saved y'all money. Y'all have been really good with saving money apparently this year. But it's also saying that a surprise expense will happen and you're more mad that it actually happened. But y'all gonna get back right as the year goes on.
Okay.
Y'all get back right. Yep.
Okay.
You will definitely get right. You just gotta just don't let it topple you. Because a lot of y'all gonna be like, my savings is not gonna be the same way it is at the beginning of the year as it is at the end of the year. And I don't want y'all to lose that focus on saving y'all money again. Mm-hmm. Just be like my parents said. Like I had got into a car accident. When I was in New Hampshire, and I was so mad because I'm like, well, Mama, like, you know, this done messed up my finances. I mean, I thank God that I saved the money, but she was like, at least you have the money to save. You can make your money back. You just got to, you know, just be happy that you have the money to get out of the situation.
Okay.
So just for my fire signs, you might have a surprise expense. It's okay. Just know that when it happens, you'll be well prepared for it.
Okay. I think the prophet Rick Ross said.
Did he say the prophet? Oh my God.
Oh, maybe our prophet is too much. Maybe I should say African American philosopher.
Yes.
Rick Ross.
What did he say?
Simple for a minor setback. Will be supposed to be a major come up. Got a minor setback right now. Okay.
And the reader said y'all gonna get back right, so that's
okay.
fine.
That's what
You're
Rick
gonna
said.
get back right. So it's not gonna be devastating. It's just devastating to you because one thing about a fire sign, they want to buy what they want to buy when they want it.
We do.
And so a fire sign, when you F their money up and they had it saved up, they gonna be ready to fight. They do not like that. A fire sign don't want to feel like their money is out of their control.
You don't want to have the money up.
Right. You know, don't do that with no fire sign. I mean, you don't do that with other signs either because everybody don't want their money effed up. But a fire sign, they have to have their things instantly. Like they like, yo, I got the $900. Somebody get this, somebody get that. Then
About to flip that.
and then next thing you know, they got a flat tire. Like, hold up.
Yeah, that could happen.
So you just make sure that you know everybody. I just want my fire signs just to be careful next year.
Okay. So we went through fire and water.
Yeah. So now, we went through fire and air.
Fire and air.
So
okay.
now water is next. That will be my Pisces, Scorpios and my Cancers.
Okay.
And so these are my water people. This is the thing. I love water people. Water people, though, like, you just gotta watch out for their emotions because you never know when you offend them. Just make sure you don't offend your water people.
Never know when you're gonna offend them.
You know what?
And what months is it?
you don't never know when you're gonna offend them.
But one thing about my water people, once they like you, and they tell you that they like you. But if a water person don't like you,
not all the water people.
Oh no, I tell everybody that I don't like you.
Yeah.
When I like you, I like you.
Yeah. So,
okay.
So like, and another thing is that water people tend to learn everybody so well because they are inclined to take care of people.
Okay.
And so water people, and that's because they feel they are naturally
Don't pay them no attention.
they are naturally intuitive. So a lot of times a water person come up to me like, girl, did you feel that? I'd be like, yeah, like water people are just, and I like them because, one, I'm an earth sign, so we go well together because water and earth make mud, which means we mix well together. We don't repel, we come to each other. Okay. And water, and the reason why earth signs like our water signs is because we feel deeply, but the sign that brings us out of us is a water. Because fire signs, they can scorch the earth. Mm-hmm. And then the air signs, they kind of blow up and make dust. But that water mixes up with us and we tend to understand each other. The only thing about it is water signs have these huge imaginations. So the earth sign, which is our compatibility, they come down and ground them. So that's why our earth signs, we tend to float to each other. That doesn't mean necessarily that's your marriage partner or anything like that. So now we're going to go to our Scorpios, Pisces, and Scorpio, Cancers.
Okay. That's
I'm
you?
sorry,
That's you?
No, that's me.
Where my Scorpios at?
No, I'm a Cancer.
Okay, Cancers. Okay.
Where my Cancers at?
Is that what Luke used to do?
Hey, it's your birthday. It's your birthday.
Yeah.
Maybe you can do the hip hop horoscope.
The hip hop horoscope.
know, right?
You in the money.
Put me
my
on,
10%.
CL. Put me
I want my
on.
10%.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
I was getting real bad over here.
Okay, so water people. So all of y'all cars turned out inverted.
Oh wow.
And so the reason why I feel this way.
What kind of devil stuff you got going on, girl?
And so the reason why I feel this way
All the cars are upside down?
Yes, so they're inverted. And the reason why I feel this way is because y'all have given too much of yourselves to y'all's lovers. And I feel like when it comes to my water people, you tend to do that out of love. Now it's time to act in your own interest. And because it's telling me you will do this next year, but you want a little bit more pain before it happens.
A little bit more pain?
Yes, because I hate to say it, like, have you seen people that tend to have a lot of piercings and tattoos and stuff? A lot of them tend to be water signs.
Oh, really? Okay.
So, and that's because they have a high tolerance naturally. And so, but my water people, it's telling me, it's showing me where a lot of y'all are in situations that's not going anywhere. And so but what I want y'all to do, the cards is saying that y'all will feel guilty about moving on, but you will. And when you move on, you find a good thing. You sure will. I see new relationships coming soon for my water people. This relationship you in now, stop giving yourself to something that's not growing. But I don't want y'all to feel guilty because you're like, I promise that we'll be forever. Okay, but did that person, like, is he showing or is she showing that this is forever? So I want my water people to know that relationship stability is coming next year and you will get what you want.
So they need to watch the actions.
Yeah.
So that's coming in 2021 or 2020?
2020.
2020.
So
Get your vision straight.
Right. My water people, they just tend to give so much of themselves and it's okay. I mean, like, we all do it. We all give each other just to prove our love to people. And one thing about a water sign, they bad for proving they love, okay? And the only one I can tell you don't give a F is a Pisces. But they'll prove they love the people they love. Don't get me wrong. They prove they love the people they love. But a Pisces is the sign they're gonna be like, oh, you don't love me. I mean, I love you too, but F you too. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And that's because Pisces.
That's toxic.
Well, actually, Pisces, they always have the pick of the litter. That is the most popular sign. Most people who are popular are Pisces people. If you don't believe me, just kind of go through your list of popular people. It will usually be like a Pisces or Aries and stuff.
Okay.
And that is because Pisces people, for one thing, most of them are attractive.
Must be Pisces. Must be
most of them attractive, but two, a lot of them they just tend, because the Pisces sign is the accumulation of all 12 signs including themselves. So
really?
Of course, yes. So they are the end of the zodiac. So they tend to have a different view of people. It was my Pisces friend. Shout out to Trina.
Shout
out Trine.
And she's a very beautiful girl, and we had a talk one day about my relationships. She said, oh, I'm friends with so and so, you know, they were exes, right? And I said, I'm not. And she was like, are you crazy? She was like, how? Like, what's wrong with you? And she was like, Lana, that's me. You can't just be cutting people off because you had a disagreement. And she was right. I started looking at the way she did, and my love life has been way better. Trina is amazing, and she's an amazing individual. I hope she don't mind me telling that story, but I think she's gonna think it's funny. So, but she was like, it's perfectly fine to be okay with a person that didn't work out with you. And the reason why is because that person, while y'all didn't work out together, maybe y'all can grow separately and try it again. So she's saying, like, don't mess up your dating pool because of pettiness. And so a lot of Pisces people tend to live like that. Like they see things different. Like they see things as the world, like everybody got the right to live the way they want to live. And also they see it as they're going to live their life how they want to live. So a lot of Pisces people are just very, they can be rebellious, but they're very, I don't want to call it free love because I don't want to say they're a hoe or anything. They're just,
I know Pisces is a hoe.
What's the thought zodiac? Tell me what that is.
A lot of people have accused Sagittarius and Leos of being hoes, but I don't. And Scorpios, because Scorpios is a sign of sexuality. But I feel like anybody could be a hoe. So I mean, or whatever you want to call it. I don't even want to call it a hoe because that's that person's life they live, and if they want to have sex every day, then go ahead and glad you getting more than me. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's called hoe life. It's still a hoe.
So
horse tendencies.
But Pisces, they tend to be, because they don't mind being around the downtrodden. You get what I'm saying? And so a lot of the other signs do, and the Pisces do care about their image, but they're also they're so kind hearted. They're very sweet people.
God bless them.
So I'm about to do the finances for the water signs real quick.
God bless.
Okay, God bless.
Well, I hope we have a better outcome with finances.
I know.
Oh boy, your stuff will come out upside down.
Well, every reading
Yeah,
so
it really
far
did come out upside down.
You was watching this?
Yeah, I was there. I was like, oh, she ain't even lying.
So and one thing about tarot reading is that when the cards are upside down, it doesn't particularly mean bad. It just means the energy is blocked. You get what I'm saying? And when we
unblock your energy,
you're right. So you need to.
Well, how come on all the movies they always show the death card?
Because that's the creepiest card. To me, that one
is
the
there more than one in the deck?
I think I feel like that and the devil tend to be the creepiest cards. If I can find it real quick, I'm going through these cards real quick. There's a death card, and then
every movie do that.
Yeah, and one thing about it literally rarely means death. Like
it's like new beginnings,
right?
endings.
I had it come up before.
Excuse me, Nique.
Yeah, Nique has been like, she's been impressive lately. I'm like, okay, Nique, she's serious about this. Okay. So a lot of times people show that card because they like to talk about they killing somebody, and I know I'm not the only tarot reader that probably laughs at that in the movie. Okay. And this card right here, I think it's the two creepiest cards, and that's the main card why people won't even touch the deck because they're so scared of it. It's funny to me. Okay. So I think people use that because they're the creepiest cards in the deck, but the other deck, I mean, the other pictures, as y'all see, they're fun loving. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They're very cute little pictures to me. And so, and maybe that one, that's the Tower. And so, I feel like a lot of people, they just don't, they don't give it a chance. I'm a kind of person, I'm gonna give somebody a chance. That's got me in trouble in love too, y'all. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna give him a chance, and then do tell.
Got a story for us?
You know, well, like a lot of times, like my gut will say, he's not going to work out for you. Mm-hmm. And then I'd be like, well, you know, but he educated, he got a car, he got a house, he cute, you know, he got a job. Okay. You know, and then I see why my gut say that. You know, we could be always fighting, or I feel like he don't do his money right. Okay. You know, or, you know, I feel like he don't treat me how I want to be treated. Mm-hmm. So, like, a lot of times your gut be right the first time you meet somebody, but I be trying to give people chances. You know, they be like, don't mess up your eggs in your basket. You know, mm-hmm. And like I just be like, oh my goodness, like, girl,
it's hard out here.
You got to be careful.
It's careful. Okay, now what we on the last one? The water read?
We got to do the finances for the water, and then my last one is the earth. You didn't talk that. Okay.
Death card.
That ain't a Leo, so we.
But it's upside down, so it's like new beginnings.
Okay.
And the devil.
Okay, so this is the thing. Okay. So my water signs, and I will say this: the water sign, the two water signs that could save the most is Scorpio and Cancer. You know, Cancer is known, like, one thing that readers will always say: there's no such thing as a broke Cancer.
Hello.
So, it's telling me that apparently I'm feeling like this has not been the best financial year for my water signs. It just has not. Also, I also feel like water signs are trying to figure out what can they do for a come up next year. So they're trying to let go of old ways. They feel like what they're doing isn't working. So I feel like y'all might start a new business venture or whatever y'all doing. Y'all don't want to do what's going on now. Mm. And so, but right now, most of y'all don't know what's going on. Like, y'all don't know what's going to happen. And I think it might bleed into next year. So this is my suggestion for my water people. Is to please just, if you got a planner or you got a journal or something, please write down some goals or something you want to meet next year as far as finances goes, because it's showing me like money loss. It's showing me y'all just not it's just not it right now. Not saying that next year won't be prosperous for y'all, but I do feel like if you want to do a new venture, please plan it out, write your business plan out and all that stuff. So please, for my water signs, just be careful with your finances next year. Okay. And so we're going to our last set of people, which is me, which is my Virgos, my earth signs, which is my Virgos, my Capricorns, and my Tauruses. So,
earth in the building?
Yes. So
Earth.
You're Earth King?
So what do you use? What's your sign?
Capricorn.
You're a Capricorn. Oh, okay.
So that's this?
So let me tell y'all about Capricorns real quick.
I'm going to be quiet.
So my best friend, shout out to Trinity, is a Capricorn. These people, one thing about a Capricorn, one, they're very sensual people, but a lot of them, they have to be careful with being power hungry, because the Capricorn is represented by a goat. And that is, and like one thing about the goat is that it climbs up the mountain. So a lot of Capricorns tend to be business people. They tend to be in positions of power. So
what you looking for, C?
I was looking for that goat.
Got some in the freezer.
So,
bony goat.
I know goat tastes so good though. That's a good meat.
Some curry goat.
Yeah. Oh, Lord have mercy. Anyway, so one thing about my Capricorn people though, once a Capricorn is loyal to you, that's it. They're not going to break their loyalty. I will say that about
right. You read him. You reading him.
And then another thing about Capricorn people, when they care about you. Also, Capricorn people, like I kind of had to break her out of that. Sometimes they're very careful with their money to a fault. Like she will be like, Alana, why you spend it? And I was like, girl, you got to say it ain't like it's gonna hurt you. So we finally had a meeting of the minds, and like now she got more expensive person than what I got. She got duty burks.
Okay.
So, but Capricorns, they're very careful with money because of the fact, like a lot of them were scared they would go without because they're ruled by the planet Saturn. Saturn is the taskmaster of the planets, and so Capricorns, they can tend to be very strict. They can be they're very careful with money, and they tend to want to climb the ladder. It don't matter if it's slow. Capricorns have all the patience in the world, but as long as they get there, they get there.
Okay.
So all the patience?
Yeah, they
all the patience?
Yeah, they
I have a lot of patience.
It just depends on what they really want. But now let me tell you something. Now, if a Capricorn wants you sexually, now you better go hide around the corner.
Hide your wife, hide your kids.
Pretty much, you better go around the corner real quick.
On the loose.
They
on the loose.
Just be careful with them, okay?
Okay.
And do not break a Capricorn's heart. You'll be blocked, deleted. You don't exist anymore. Capricorns, you don't break their hearts.
That's it. So
they're not compassionate no more.
They don't. And a lot of people feel like they're mean, but a lot of times it's because they're protecting themselves.
I've been told I'm mean.
It's so, but you know what?
I've been told I'm mean and sarcastic.
That has attracted me to a lot of Capricorns because I give it back.
Okay.
I'd be like, you can be a mean ass to yourself. You're gonna be mean to me. And one thing, if you can get a Capricorn to laugh, they be like, okay, I can F with you. Okay. So it's pretty. I can deal with. So let me do my earth signs, the money, woo woo, and then we can go to the other topics because we run out of time.
Okay.
So let me go ahead and do the earth signs. Love. Okay.
I like that sound.
So according to what my readers are saying, so us earth signs, it's our year for love. So so we about to let these old things
because 2019 was not it.
Right. So we about to let our old things go. I don't want you. You ain't working for me. This invested time is just not working. It looks like,
and preach that gospel,
right? So
it's that phone call.
You better preach that gospel.
And it looks like y'all, we would eventually fall into a relationship, but you're gonna have some offers here, and y'all we're not in no rush either to get to something,
right,
because it's because we have options, but and the options are coming.
2020. I got options right now.
So you have options, and then on top of that, it's sex up in here too, y'all.
Oh, sex!
So
we do know it's my birthday.
It's a very positive year. But one thing about it though, when us earth signs choose, nobody else is going to matter. So these are going to be long-term relationships, guys. So just know for the earth signs, love is in the air. You will be dating around, but also just like enjoy it is what I'm saying. It's been a rough year. I know it's been rough for me, especially when it comes to love. So y'all about to let these old things go. What's not working, we're gonna let it go. Just do the old earthy, let it go. And one thing about earth signs though, we don't quite delete you, but we won't communicate with you anymore. So just enjoy it and enjoy your options, and and you look like a very positive year for love. So now it's time for our finances, earth people. Okay, so earth signs, I've been pulling more than a few cards because I'm sensing not happiness with finances. So it's showing me that we're going back and forth. We feel stuck in one spot, and that's because we feel like whatever situation we in, it's like we feel like we can't get out of it financially, and that's because either we're comfortable or we don't know how to expand the money. So it's showing me a lot of back and forth energy. I see where we're going back and forth with ideas on how to make money. And so we're looking for a long-standing way to do it. And it's not that because we're broke. I don't even feel like people have been having trouble saving or anything. I just feel like it's because the earth signs want to make money in a way that they enjoy to make money. And they don't want to make it feel like it's work. So because we're naturally hardworking sign anyway. We don't mind working with hands and with our minds and stuff. But the earth signs, it says by the end of the year, you will find a venture that you're going to invest in and start making money that way. But it's saying that the earth signs, they're just like, I don't want to do it this way. So it's a lot of back and forth energy with the money next year. I won't say it's not a positive year for money. It's just that settle on one way to do things. And it's crazy because we're some of the slowest moving signs. So that's probably why we're going back and forth next year, because of the fact we want to make sure we make that decision. It's the right decision. So that's just the classic earth sign way. We don't like doing rash things. A lot of the rashness will come from like the fire signs. We like to move slow. We like, like I can do this, but then this might affect this. So I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that. And a lot of times that's how earth sign thinks. But when earth sign is settled, that is it. So I just want my earth signs to just settle on one venture. If you need to write it out, and just get it going. Just don't go in circles and think what you might do, because you may not do anything. So that is all the elements in their reading for love and finances next year.
That's what's up. Yeah, we're gonna take a second and get some words from the Defy Life family.
We're told that greatness is exceptional when it should be expected. You choose every day to live your life intentionally, without apology for how bright your light may shine. So go be great. Go be brilliant. Go be you. Go defy life. The Defy Life movement is one that speaks to each of us in its own way. Defy Life gear speaks to us all by reminding us that one size does not fit all. Visit defylifegear.com to get fitted for greatness.
And we are back from commercial here with the crew and Alana. She just gave us some deep readings in love and finances for each of the different water, fire, earth, and air.
Sounds like a group.
And
Earth,
is that
Wind,
where
and
Earth,
Fire?
Wind, and Fire came from?
Might be.
Earth, Wind, and Fire kind of came from something like that?
Probably so. No, and then they were very deep people. I like Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Okay, good sounds. Now we want to get a little personal here.
Okay, we're going to get personal.
And ask you, how does powers, is that disrespectful? No. Your natural abilities. Yeah. your blessed abilities.
Right.
How does that translate into your own personal dating life? Do you have premonitions?
I have a lot of times I'll have dreams and premonitions of the guys that I'm dating.
Before you date them, or
sometimes I have warnings before I meet a guy, and then during the dating phase I always be having like these feelings or whatever. And a lot of guys, like, I try not to let them know beforehand what I am. But then it comes out because I start talking to them about, stuff. Like, I'll ask them a question like, babe, are you about to go so and so? You're like, how would you know that? I didn't tell you that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so he about to go?
Yeah, he about to do this.
Oh wow.
Or like,
wow.
Or I'd be like,
okay.
Babe, I had a dream about this. So like, was that what you was thinking? And they'll be like, I didn't tell you that.
Really?
Yeah, they'll be spooked out a little bit. And so, and the thing about it is, the only men who are truly spooked about it, I think, are just men who they got something to hide. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
But yeah. So a lot of times when I'm in that situation, I know that I'm going to attach to that person because one, we're probably doing the do, and then two,
probably doing the do.
Okay. And then two, I'm connected to them psychically, like, you know, it's kind of telepathic. So in a way, I just kind of like, I can figure it out. And a lot of guys, they'll be like, I don't believe it. And then they date me and they be like, oh, okay, I believe it.
Really?
And so, yeah.
Has anyone just said I'm out based upon that?
No.
No. No one? Mm-mm. So have you met a medium that's a guy, and then y'all combine y'all powers to be a super medium, or do y'all like reflect, like bounce off like magnets? Or how does that work?
A lot of times the guys that I attract, they already got an inkling of that about them.
Do they?
Already? Yeah, they already had dreams or feelings or something like that. Like every time I talk to them, they be like, you know, I used to be having a feeling, you know.
So when men say you was in my dreams, that's not like game. That's like that could really
for
be.
real.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
So
Really?
Like, yo, I seen you in my dreams. He ain't just kicking, you know, game.
Yeah.
Really?
Nah, that might be that's for real. He might be a medium
Yeah.
Yeah, it just
Like,
be
word? Oh my
Or
God.
small.
or small.
Or large.
Or large. Could be large, you know.
so it'd be a whole vibe, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so vibes work in that world too.
Right.
Wouldn't it be? I think it would be a tad bit complicated going from maybe dating somebody who's in that world and dating someone who's not in that world. I mean, like, what would you say? Do you affect? Okay, a better question. Better way to put it. Do you find yourself affecting more of the people that are not in that world, like non-believers, so to speak?
I do, and a lot of it is because when it comes to non-believers, I really feel like people are non-believers because they haven't met anybody who proved it to be real to them. You get what I'm saying? Okay. Like it takes if you've been told that something that's horrible, it's the devil and all that other stuff, you're gonna take that as face value and you're not gonna dig into it. Mm-hmm. But if you meet somebody like that and they can prove to you that it's real, then you know you'll get kind of accepting of it. Like, oh, okay, this really did happen. Just like Nique, I was telling y'all earlier, she was scared, and you know she was like, okay, I'm gonna sit back and see this will pass. She hit me up like, girl, I got updates.
Oh, wow.
So it's really a rewarding experience when I can be like, see, you know, I'm not a big bag wolf all the time.
Okay.
All the time.
Wow.
So, the merge as far as relationships go, when it comes to somebody who really isn't, you know, I pick my battles with that. Like if I see you go to church every day and I see that you the drummer in church and everything, I'm gonna figure that we ain't gonna.
That's not gonna vibe.
It ain't gonna vibe because you're not gonna move
vibe.
Right. But if I see that you're more of a secular person, you may not be. You're still spiritual, but you're not like a Bible thumper or something like that.
Bible thumper.
Wow.
You know, I believe. No. Don't get me wrong. I do like the Bible. I do like the Bible.
Okay.
It's just that if you know the people that take it to two extremes,
They do. They're extremists in every. Is there extremists in your field too?
Yes, there is.
Okay. So it's everywhere.
Yes, everywhere. So I just somebody who's basically normal.
Okay.
Then I can mesh a little bit better. Mm-hmm. But the people who are ready to be like, you got to get the spirit off of you. You got that spirit. I just be like, you know what? I'm gonna spirit my tail around the corner.
Okay, so you don't even choose to fight that battle. That makes sense.
And the reason why is because you're not going to change. I'm not going to change. So why are we even arguing about
So why
that?
is this even a thing?
Yeah.
Right.
That's a lot of logic, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, but wouldn't that make the pool kind of slim?
You talking about for us?
Yes.
No, it's more in this world than you think.
They are.
Okay.
And so, and the only reason is because, especially with us being in the Bible Belt, a lot of us are still what we call the broom closet. So we just, a lot of us are still there because we don't want to be ridiculed.
Okay.
And so, like me going in the show, I would say I was still in the broom closet. So the fact that whoever your followers are on your page about to know who I am is a big, huge thing for me.
Okay. Wow. That's a little coming out party.
Right. So like, and that's because I'm like, shoot, one day I woke up and say, I'm not getting rid of this. This is me. I still listen to gospel music. I still do this and I still do that. I still had these visions. I haven't hurt anybody. You know, I'll be okay.
So is all this in the same field as like Wicca and...
You talking about what people like to call witchcraft? It can be.
It can be.
Yeah.
So it can cross over into
It
that.
can cross over. Yes.
Now, so you say in the Bible Belt, It's a little more hidden. Where's it more open? Midwest, West?
I would say
like Salem.
I would say West. Like if we're going towards California or something like that. Like
because I know you said you've traveled with work, and so have you come into deeper community, like bigger communities? Different places you've traveled.
One thing about New England, you have to remember, I was near the areas where the Salem witch trials were. So there are some people who would tell me my grandma was a psychic medium. I come from a family of witches.
So they kind of know.
They know what's going on. So
got like a special handshake?
No. It's just a group. Spiritual people know spiritual people. They just you can see that person. And so you just have to like it's just all respect right there. What's really a lot of times when a spiritual person bumps to another spiritual person, it's a level of respect there.
There is.
Yeah.
Okay. So it hadn't stopped you from dating.
No.
It doesn't give you insight to the person you're dating.
It does.
Okay, but what happens if you still choose the wrong person?
Have you done that?
Yeah. Have you kind of just skipped over?
I have. And it's because I'm a human, you know,
or a woman,
or
here they go with the women bashing.
I'm just saying,
we don't. There's no such thing as women bashing on this show.
All y'all do is woman bash.
No, what we do is state factuals.
Yes, our life experiences, you know,
supported by evidence.
This is the thing. You have to realize, even though I'm a medium and they can warn me of stuff, but I still have feelings.
So you still got to make the decision. Like you can bypass that. Your instincts, so to speak. You've bypassed your instincts.
So your womanality, if that's such a word, overrides
the mediumship.
I would say me being human overrides that. Like, if I really like somebody, I can have warnings that this person is so horrible. But the fact, but you have my tools here. You have me, and like if I have feelings for this person, then most definitely it's hard to pull away. And so we call those, and I don't want to go too deep into it because I know we have limited time. So, but I told y'all karmic ties earlier.
Karmic ties,
and I told y'all about twin flames, and you have soulmates. And so the karmic ties are usually lessons. And everybody, even though you're a medium, mediums know we have to go to karmic ties to level up to get to that soulmate part. And so there are different types of soulmates. What I don't like is a lot of people like to say that you're supposed to be with your twin flame. No, you're not. Because your twin flame is y'all was one soul and it split up into different people. So you're supposed to repel each other. Soulmates are supposed to come to each other. So a lot of times, a lot of people don't be with a twin flame. If they are, it's not that long. And it's very rare. The karmic ties can last longer than they need to be.
Because those are lessons,
right? So you have to go through. It's like a leveling up of the soul, and the lesson ends when the person finally says, "Okay, I've learned this, I've shown this, and I've shown that, and it's time to move on."
Okay. Okay. Now, I have one question, but I want to preface it with another question.
Okay.
And two questions have nothing to do with each other.
No, you can't.
Nick, you got a question?
You can't preference a question with a statement.
I just want to be reminded to ask a question.
Okay, you got to preference a question with a statement.
With a statement. Okay, I'm not doing that.
Okay.
Say you have a couple, and the cards are telling you that they shouldn't be together. Do you kind of fudge the numbers a little bit?
No.
Well, what if they like really happy and you be like,
So what I do is that, and Nique can vouch for me. When I see something negative,
she can vouch for you?
Yes,
yeah.
And when I see something negative in the cards, I try to find a solution to solve it. And so a lot of times, if the cards tell me that somebody does not need to be together, they'll show me why.
Okay.
So they might show me that y'all not happy sexually, or he or she is controlling, or this person is a person on the side. So all of that can be resolved some kind of way. Okay. And so a lot of times when I have negative, because a lot of things you hear in the psychic realm is sugarcoating. Sugarcoat is when people talk about everything will always be good and nice and everything. Okay. For me, I'm going to tell you the bad information, and then I'm going to show you a way to solve that. Because as a psychic medium, I don't want you coming to me all the time with the same question, Because that means you're getting hurt, but you're not having a solution.
Okay.
So if you leave me with a solution, then you're going to be like, because she gave me the solution, I don't want to come back to her with that same question. So I try to give solutions and guidance instead of just, hey, this what I see. Have a good day.
Okay, so you
know
don't.
What I'm saying?
So you're not one of those mean sites.
Yeah, I try to be like, this is how you can solve this, and if you have the patience to do this and patience to do that, and a lot of them they'll wait to come back to me, and they'll be like, I did what you suggested and it worked. So that's what I try to do with my clients, because my clients, not only are they my clients, these are people that are coming to me with real life problems, and they're coming to me to see what I see. So I feel like if I can help you resolve this and you try it out and you like it, then you're going to come back to me anyway. So that's how I operate my business.
Okay, well I understand that. Now, my final and last question, we're going to wrap it up here because you've been very gracious with your time today.
Yeah, very much so.
If Yusuf's Mercury is in retrograde, exactly what does that mean?
So I had a feeling that was going to be pulled up today. I don't know.
Because that's popular now, right?
Yeah, so
I don't even know what that is.
He need to get that off him. He need to wash or something. I don't know what he need to do.
Retrograde ended, November 30th?
Right.
What?
Yeah.
So I'm not in retrograde.
Why you right here expiring?
Yeah, I done expired, brother. I done expired.
So a Mercury in retrograde, any planet in retrograde means it's turning backwards on its axis, like temporarily. And so what it means is that, so Mercury is the ruler of communication, transportation,
Okay.
and anything to do with law and everything like that.
Oh, he got all three of them.
So, so a lot of what happens during Mercury retrograde, like you might get into an accident.
He didn't do that.
You might get a flat tire. You might sign a contract and it goes wrong when Mercury turns direct. Like you thought you read all the fine print. Then all of a sudden the fine print is wrong.
But what if you was going through that when your Mercury was in retrograde? Now it's expired. You still got to get out of it.
We don't call it expired. We call it direct. So when Mercury goes back direct,
okay,
and then everything that you miss,
talk that talk.
Everything that you miss comes back to kind of haunt you. So now you sign a contract, you're gonna get a $30,000 bonus, and you just see the fine print say you got to work there for 10 years. Now you stuck in the fine print. You see what I'm saying? And you and the person look at the paper like that wasn't there before. You see what I'm saying?
So you shouldn't sign contracts
during the Mercury retrograde.
And Mercury retrograde is how long?
It usually lasts about a week or two.
What?
Yeah.
Only in November?
No. It's throughout the year. It's throughout the year. They have a whole, people who are in this, that pay attention to the planets, they have a whole calendar that focuses on the retrograde.
So this has nothing to do with being a psychic medium?
It does.
It does. So it all corresponds.
Because the communication can be wrong. I could be delivering you a message from the spirit guide, but you might feel some kind of way about it. You misunderstood it, and then you come back doing direct, like, dang, she didn't even mean no harm by that. You get what I'm saying? So it can mess up your communication with anybody.
As the kids say, that would be no cap.
Right? No cap.
No cap.
No cap.
Okay.
I still don't know what that means.
Yeah.
No.
But we brought it all back around to psychic medium.
Right.
Tell us where you can find us. Or we can find you.
We can find you.
You can definitely find me. HTTP, Magician.
Shoot, the whole
MAJICIA.com. Please be checking for my new products that's coming next year. And thank you for listening to me. Thank you.
No Facebook, no Instagram, no Twitter.
I do have a Facebook. I haven't put up my page up yet.
Okay, well, take your time.
Whenever y'all post it, it'll probably be up by then.
Okay.
So,
We'll do.
All right.
Oh, I do have an Instagram. Sorry.
Okay, hit us with that.
My Instagram is Third Eye Sees. That's 3RDEYESEES. Third Eye Sees. Just holler at me there, okay?
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
We will holler at the third eye.
Third eye. Keep your third eye open.
Well, I thank Alana here for coming, trying to open our third eyes. And thank you for coming. I hope you come back. Well, it's all come to an end. The year is coming to an end. Our show is coming to, Well, our episode is coming to an end.
This episode is coming to an end.
This episode is coming to an end. Well, it's your girl, Nique Cruz.
CL Butler.
And your boy, Yusuf. Hey, once again, want to thank you for listening to the show. And I hope you have a very happy and safe New Year. Please be safe out there. Don't drink too much and drive. Don't do too much. Just enjoy the New Year. Remember, you can catch us on iTunes, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, DefyLifePods.com, Spotify, and anywhere your favorite podcasts are played for free 99. If you would like to leave a comment or Dear Nique, email us at rsp@GoDefyLife.com. That's rsp@GoDefyLife.com, or hit us on our hotline 843-310-8637. That's 843-310-8637. Follow us on all social media platforms at RELSTAT Podcast. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and 5-star rate. Also, don't forget to give us a review. Hadn't had no new reviews in a minute. Hopefully we'll have some on the next show. We'll shout you out. Until next time, it's Nique, CL, and Yusuf, and we are out.
If you're into all things comics, you have to check out Take a Knee for Marvel vs. DC, your go-to podcast for comic and superhero discussion, debates, polls, and more. Tune in as Regular Scott and Ozzy Killmonger chat about your favorite comic topics, and you never know who may show up for an open mic or what will be next on their favorite One Gotta Go. Take a Knee for Marvel vs. DC, every Sunday, powered by the Defy Life Podcast Network.